When I started carrying a gun, I knew absolutely nothing about this, and there's some things that I've learned along the way that would really have helped me in my journey, and that's the idea of today's video. And even if you're just starting out or if you've been doing this a long time, there may be some things here you don't want to hear, but there's definitely things here that need to be said. If this is your first time stopping by, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting your notifications, and check out the other plethora of videos that I have here dedicated to the topic, whether it's a new concealed carry gun, rifle reviews, whatever. I have a lot here. Take a look around, check out some of my other videos. Let's go ahead and jump right in. First thing we're going to talk about is don't buy into the image of what a typical gun owner looks like. We're not all bearded, tatted up, Harley riding badasses, although some of us are. But the idea is that there are a lot of people that carry a gun that you would never know actually carry. And that's probably one of the better things about this, especially concealed carry. You don't want people knowing that you're carrying. You want that element of surprise, and it would probably surprise you to know that doctors, lawyers, freaking nurses, grocery store workers, restaurant workers, there's all different types of people. This is a very wide and diverse group of people from all different kinds of backgrounds and all different kinds of beliefs carry guns. But the core thing about this all, whether you're just starting out, whether you see this now, or whether you don't, this is deeply rooted in a belief as Americans we have to the right of self-preservation. That is at the heart of this. Like I said, whether you see it or not, that is really cemented in a big reason why we do what we do, why we carry guns. So just keep that in mind. There's no image here, right? There's some people that try to portray an image of, you know, the latest and greatest tactical whatever. And then there's regular Joes, kind of like myself, that just want to be able to protect themselves. That's it. You're going to hear all kinds of comments from people once you start getting into this. You know, oh, they carry a gun now. Oh, they must think they're a badass. Oh, there's a new John Wick. Oh, you know what I mean? I mean, most of the time you could just probably laugh this stuff off, because at the core of it, you're doing something that a good amount of the population refuses to do or refuses to think about. So just taking that step is huge. It's not about an image. It's about self-preservation. Remember that. Before we head to the next one, man, I got to thank today's sponsor, dude. Big thanks to these guys for supporting the channel. Check this out. I get asked if I think airsoft is a training tool you can use for real guns. And it absolutely can be, especially when you have one that is modeled so closely after a real gun, you almost can't tell the difference. And that's what the KR9 SBR is. It is a one-to-one direct replica of the KP9 pistol. And this is a fully licensed product from Kalashnikov. And let me tell you, when I first picked up this thing, the weight is impressive. They use a stamped steel receiver and everything, literally everything, from the rivets to the side folding stock, to the way the mags load and unload and lock up in the gun, to the side charging handle, the safety, the rear leaf, backup sight, everything on the gun is just like a KP9. So whether you want to use it as a training tool or you just want to plink around and have a fun time in your backyard or play airsoft with your friends or whatever, this has to be amongst one of the best and most accurate guns to a real life gun. Now they sent me a loader here so you don't have to fumble around with the mags. You can load them up easily. The dust cover swings open just like the KP9 so you can change your batteries out. Pretty amazing product. It even comes in a Kalashnikov rifle case. So if you want to check this out or some of the many other guns that they do, you can use the link down below and the discount code if you find something that you like. Big thanks to Lancer Tactical for sending one of the most fun sponsored videos I've ever got to do. So this one is ultimately up to you, but don't let other people dictate what you are going to carry. Some people are going to say the Glock 19 is the best carry gun ever made, and it might be for you, or it might be for Bob or Jane or whatever, but the idea is there is a lot out there for you to choose from. There is a lot of different guns and manufacturers with different grip angles and all this kind of stuff, and I have a lot of this on my channel, dude. There's so much information here that you can consume to help you make an informed decision. But don't go into a gun shop thinking that that person behind the counter is going to make that decision for you. They're there to sell you a gun. I see very few gun salesmen go through the process of trying to find the best gun for said person. It's it's really not even their job. I mean, it kind of is to maybe lead you, from maybe a bad decision to a good decision. I will say that, but you should be informed. We all have the power of the internet in our pockets with our phones. You have to be able to do some of the legwork yourself. Don't let other people choose a gun for you, because you might not like that gun, and then it might steer you away from the whole idea of this, which is carry every single day. Every day, right? There's going to be places that you cannot carry in your state. You need to get familiar with those laws and stuff. It's not hard, right? If you go to some of the conceal carry insurance places, they'll give you a map of, what state you can carry in, and look at your local laws, and, like buildings you can't carry in and stuff. But everywhere you can, carry every day. Make it a habit. Make it into something you just do, like brushing your teeth or grabbing your wallet or getting your keys. Make sure that gun is on you. I'm not a huge fan of off-body carry. I understand why some people may have to. But if you have a gun that's too big, that's just printing, and you're in a job where you can't, print at all, or you can't let anybody see it, but you're in a sketchy part of town, or whatever the case may be, figure out a way that you can carry that gun and have it on you readily available, because the stigma is true. You want to have it and not need it, then need it and not have it. That's got to be a bad feeling, to be defenseless, knowing that you have a tool that could save your life in your car, or at home, even worse, and no possibility to get to it. Carry that gun every single day without question. I'm going to give you some tips on that as well to make that as comfortable as possible, but do it every day. Don't buy all of this ammo, go to the range and just blow it. Buy yourself some training instead. I can't tell you how many thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds I wasted because I wanted to become a better shooter. I mean, this is what I wanted to do. So I knew I had to get better, but at the same time, I wasted a lot of time, money, and energy when I could have simply taken a class. There's a lot of people here that I don't even know that helped me so much I can't even express my gratitude. People like James Yeager, rest in peace, dude. I absolutely love the guy. I never even knew him, but he helped me so much in how to handle and control a gun. And there's a lot of people here, man, that truly helped me. But find yourself somebody you trust. Take a class, whether it's a basic pistol class. I mean, you can get a lot of information from YouTube, but it's different when you have somebody that's there that can show you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, and can guide you. I'm telling you, invest in yourself, get some training. Don't just willy-nilly go out there and just teach yourself. You can teach yourself to shoot. Okay, you can, but it's going to take a lot. It took a lot for me anyways. And so this is something that I even personally know that I still want to go do. Like, oh yeah, I've made it. I'm good. I'm done. Like, no. No, I have to still go get training. I have to do this. This is something I'm dedicated to, and I want to do it. I want to know more about it, and I want to learn from a lot of different people, right? So I'm telling you, do it. You're going to save yourself a lot of time. Invest in yourself when you do this. You'll be happy that you did. So I think this one goes without being said, but I'm still going to say it, and that is, don't be an aggressor when you start carrying a gun. Don't be an aggressor. Don't be a road rager. Now look, I get road rage. I suffer from it sometimes myself, okay? It's easy to fall into, but you don't want to be the guy that started an argument and now you're on the hook because you just shot somebody and, it just went south super quickly. Even sticking a middle finger out the window can lead to a bad situation, dude. I've seen it before. I know you've seen it, where that person that just cut that other person off, the middle finger goes up, and then that person is having a bad day, and then all of a sudden this just escalates. You don't want to be an aggressor when you're carrying a gun. You want to be a diffuser. You want to really be somebody that is super aware. So another trap that is easy to fall into is being on your cell phone all the time. You want to be aware of what's going on around you. Having a gun on you doesn't mean you're safe. It just means you have a chance to survive. What will save you is being vigilant and knowing that guy that just walked in is super sketchy. positioning yourself when you're in a restaurant to be able to see your back, instead of just, oh, willy-nilly, oh, yeah, everything's great. No, we carry guns to prepare for circumstances and situations that may or may not happen, but you have to see those circumstances unfold. These things happen very quickly. So, just don't be an aggressor. Don't be an idiot when you're carrying a gun. Don't go out drinking. Don't do things that will inhibit your judgment when you're carrying, okay? Simple as that. Don't be an aggressor, be a diffuser, and be vigilant when you start carrying. Not going to spend too much time on this, but concealed carry insurance is a real thing, and facing criminal and civil charges is a real thing that can happen to you if you have to use your gun using deadly force to save your life. Get yourself concealed carry insurance. I've been with the USCCA now for years. I believe in their company. I like what they do. I'm no longer affiliated with USCCA, but the point still remains that's a great company. That's who I go with. Concealed carry insurance. It's a very small thing you have to invest in as far as, how much it is and how much it costs, but it can really save you. And then they also teach you what not to say to the police when something like that happens, because you don't want to, incriminate yourself. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just telling you what I've learned from them is you don't want to incriminate yourself because all kinds of things are running through your head now, and they have somebody that you can call, somebody that will have your back in case the worst happens. Concealed carry insurance, get it. Last thing I'm going to talk about, some of you are not going to like this, but that's fine. Don't cheap out on a good holster and gun belt. The belt is the core of what you do. And I'm a big believer that if it's not comfortable, people aren't going to do it. They're just not going to do it. They're just going to leave the gun at home, and that's going to become the pattern, and then it does you absolutely no good. And I get this comment a lot when I do like Tolster videos, because y'all know I work with Tolster. I work with Core Essentials. Most of you do. If you don't, that's who I work with. I'll leave a link down below along with the discount code. That's who I use because I believe in their stuff. I like their products, and it is what it is. I just love their stuff. So, but I'll always get this comment like, yeah, I got a $20 holster off of Amazon and it's working just fine. Okay, yeah, but for how long? Do I trust my $500 gun in a $20 holster? No, I don't. I just don't. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm not saying good ones don't exist. I'm just saying I don't trust that. I'm willing to spend 60, 70 bucks for a holster I know is going to be secure. I know my gun's going to be secure, and I know it's going to be right there if and when I need it. And if you think like a $20 belt is going to like securely hold up the weight of a gun and mags and whatever else, it just doesn't, man. Get a reinforced belt. I have links and I have videos to this stuff. If you want to find out more information on gun belts, holsters, concealed carry guns, I have playlists, I have videos here that can help you in choosing some of these things, right? And with companies that I believe in that have them associated, there's discount codes and stuff in the links to help you out financially as well. So there you go, man. I'd love to hear from concealed carriers, brand new concealed carriers. What are some of the big things that you've thought about, man? I get video ideas from you a lot. I learn from y'all a lot. So make sure you leave me a comment down below. What is something that you've been learning or wanting to learn, or something you had no idea when you started carrying, whether you're a new carrier or you've been carrying for years and years and years? Let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.